Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulillah. Today we will start shurut as-salah. Actually, we want to start fard of salah. We have reached a point where we want to start discussing salah itself. So the fard of salah, the things which are fard, without it salah cannot be called salah. Alright? They are categorized in two categories. One category is these are the conditions of salah. One is precondition. You must have them before you start praying. And then those fara'id, those conditions which must be in your salah. So we start from the preconditions of salah. These are called shurut or shart, singular shurut. Some books also call it ashrat. Okay. And we will try to discuss when possible. There are not really much ikhtilaf in madahib when it comes to the preconditions of salah. Alright? And after we have looked at the preconditions of salah, we will look at the fard of salah, which are known as, so the fard was before salah are known as shart or shurut, plural, or what's in it is called arkan. Arkan of salah. Arkan is what is built on. Yeah, what the salah is built on. So any amal, any deed, anything which is fard before it is a shart for it. Alright? And for example, you have to be in ihram before umrah. Yeah? That will be a shart for umrah. But to do tawaf is during umrah. So that's a rukun. Yeah? So same for salah. So shart are those things which are present. Its presence, without its presence, the things cannot exist. A deed, when we say the shart of the deed or an amal, if that shart is missing, a precondition is missing, then there is no value of the deed itself. Okay? And it's not acceptable. For example, wudu. If you don't have wudu, you can pray 100 rakat of salah. It makes no sense. It will have no value. Yeah? So I will list down. It's very important that you make a note of it, these things, because you don't tend to remember it very easily. As humans, we don't. Most books give 9 shart of salah, preconditions of salah. Okay? Some books then even split them in two. There are those preconditions which makes the amal fard on you. And there are those preconditions which must be there in order for the amal to be acceptable. So one is called shart or shurut of wujub. These are the things, if they are not present, you don't even have to pray. These preconditions, if they are not present, you don't even have to pray. They are called shurut of wujub or taklif, depending, both words are used. There are 3 of them in this condition, this precondition, which comes under the heading of shurut of wujub. There are 3. First is Islam. If you are a Muslim, if you're not a Muslim, you don't even have to pray. The salah is not for you. Yeah? First is Islam. Second is being baligh. If I'm going too fast for you to write, just raise your hand. Yeah. Number 3, baligh and or should have tamiz, meaning ability to differentiate. Like a child can pray, but a child who knows what salah is, he gets to the age where, even though it's not baligh, but it's at the age where he can recognize what salah is, what wudu is, right? So first is Islam, second is being baligh, al-bulugh. Third is al-aqil, should have aql, shouldn't be unconscious, and neither should he be mad, neither should he be drunk, neither should he be drugged, neither should he be in a state out of his mind. Yeah? So these three conditions are known as shurut of wujub. And the other preconditions, they can be under a heading we call it shurut al-sihha. And these preconditions must exist for the salah to be fard. So number one is the timing of salah. For example, we have just prayed Isha. The Fajr is not fard on us yet. The Fajr is not fard on us until the time of Fajr comes. So that's one of the preconditions. Second is to be clean. Tahara from hadath. If you don't know what hadath is, that means you have missed lessons in the past. Okay? Both hadath. Either if you're in need of wudu, then you should have wudu. And if you are in need of ghusl, then you should do ghusl. Okay? You should be clean. You should have tahara. This sort of tahara is called tahara hukmiya. Okay? Someone can't say, well, I just had a swim in the river and I'm clean. And then he passes wind, but he goes, I'm still dripping water. Right? We already discussed that before. No, that's hukmiya. You still have to do wudu again. Maybe dripping water, but when we come to it. So, time of salah. Secondly, tahara. Tahara from both hadath. Number three, tahara from khubuth, meaning najasa, a filth which is tangible, is not intangible. You have some urine on the clothes, or you have some dirt on a najasa on your body, then that needs to be removed. So tahara from all najasa. That type of tahara is called tahara haqiqiyya. The first one was hukmiyya. You need to be clean in person, haqiqatan, meaning there should be no visible najas on you, and neither should your wudu have been voided. Okay? Number four, covering the awra. Covering the awra. The private part and what must be covered by a cloth or something similar. Okay. And when we come to those, inshallah, we'll go one by one. You will notice some of these preconditions may not be available, so you have alternative. You don't have clothes, but there is an alternative. You don't have wudu, you have tayammum. You don't know where the qibla is, you may face the other way. Oh, by the way, that's the next one. Facing the qibla. So sometimes these preconditions have a solution if you don't have them. And sometimes you don't. If a child is, 5-year-old, Salah, you can't do nothing. You have to wait until he becomes baligh before he prays. But if you don't have wudu, you don't have water, you can do tayammum. Some preconditions can be, if they are not available, you can have an alternative. Number 6, niyyah. You should have niyyah. There is no salah without niyyah. Those who are there in the wudu part, you know the madhahib, what they say about niyyah. Yeah? But as for salah, there is no Write it down.
What does niyyah mean?
Intentions. If you have a question, write it down. Inshallah, in the end, we'll have some time for question answer. Niyyah, intention. Very good. Jazakallah. So that's 6. And then we had 3 before. That's 9. Some have included other things, refraining from non-salah actions and no eating, no drinking. But this will come to, when we come to the end of our shurut, we will discuss them. I wouldn't bother writing them in shurut, even though some books have. Okay? Once we have done shurut, then we will go on to arkan. Anyone know what arkan of salah means? What's the difference between shurut and arkan? Yes. Pillars, yes. Arkan are those things which are fard in salah. Shurut are those things which are fard outside salah, before the salah. So in fiqh, when you say shart, you mean something which is fard, but it has to be before you start an action. And if it's arkan or rukun, they mean is in the action. So we will go through the fard and wajib of salah for each madhab, inshallah. And you will find the Hanafis, they say there are 6 arkan in salah. And there are 18 wajibat in salah. So if you follow from here, inshallah, there'll be a lot of information, but if you write it all down, it'll make sense. Yeah? So Ahnaf said 6 arkan, 18 wajibat. And we will have, at some point we will discuss what's the difference between rukun and wajib and sunnah in salah. And why is it important to know? For example, you make a mistake in salah. If that salah was a rukun, you have messed up a rukun. You missed a rukun. Then salah cannot be salah. You have to restart. Alright? But you missed a wajib, then you can just do sajda sahu. But if you missed a sunnah, your salah is fine even without sajda sahu. That's the Hanafis have 6 arkan and how many wajibat? Yeah. The other madhahib, they don't have so many, they don't do the same categorization. So when we get to that, inshallah, we'll discuss more of that. Malikis, they say there are 14 arkan in salah. Okay? Hanbalis, they say there are 14 arkan in salah, but they're not the same. Okay? And Shafi'is, they say there are 13 arkan in salah. And the 6 which the Hanafis say, they are muttafaq alayh. In all this 14 and 13, they include the 6th of. So that 6, no one differs about. The others, there is talk whether it is a rukun or not. But when we get to them, we will discuss them, inshaAllah.